going to do 20-minute interval training workout today. It's going to work the full body. We're going to do it on the stairs. So we'll do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. If you want to make that workout interval longer and make your rest one shorter, that's completely fine. Just adjust as necessary. So I am inside on a carpeted floor. I will not be wearing shoes because I don't want to trip myself. If I were outside, I'd definitely be wearing tennis shoes. So do whatever you need to do, whatever's best for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started with a step up, just to warm up. And then rotate from there. So getting my stopwatch ready. And let's go ahead and go. And lift up. And step. So I'm staying on the low step, or the first step, to just warm up. Alternating legs. Make sure you're breathing. Core is engaged the entire time. Just swinging those arms. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Long, neutral back. About 5 more seconds. And last one. So you can keep going from there, or otherwise you can take a 30-second break. So you may need more of that break later on, but right now we're just going to take our 30 seconds. The next thing we're going to do is a push-up. So depending on how hard you want to do it and also how much space you have, the farther down you are, the harder it is going to be. So regular push-up, elbows going out to the side. We have about 10 more seconds of our rest. Nice long backs. Shoulders are nice and open. And let's go ahead and get started. So pushing up. So I'm on the balls of my feet. That's acting as the hinge. Exhale when you lift. Inhale, coming down. Abs are engaged. Navel pulling up to your spine. Long line from your head all the way through your ankles. 5 more seconds. And last one. You can keep going or take your 30-second break. So we're going to go back and forth from mainly doing legs, and then we'll do arms, legs, and then arms. The next thing we're going to do is back to the step up. You can stay on the lower step, or you can go to the next one up. If you want more of a leg workout, you can go to the next step up. About 10 more seconds. Catch your breath. All right, a couple more. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So again, if you want to stay on that bottom step, you can definitely do that. I usually do a step touch, and then I come down with that touch leg. Or you can do the step touch to the bottom, whichever works for you. About halfway done. So if I were going to do the step touch to the bottom, I would step together, step touch there. Whichever way is best for you. And we're done at 30 seconds. So next thing we're going to do is a tricep dip. Straight legs, so we're going to turn around, and again, the farther down you are, the harder it's going to be. So you want a nice long line from your head all the way down through your ankles. About 10 more seconds, I'm going to go ahead and get set up. So turning around, get my arms in place, tricep dips, remember the elbows go straight back. 2 more seconds, lifting up, and press, and press. I like to flex my feet. That gives me a little bit more stability. And up. Make sure you're keeping that chest open. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale when you lift. Okay, let's do a couple more. And last one. Good. Have your 30-second break. The next thing we're going to do is a split lunge. So we'll start with one leg, then we're going to do something on that same side, then we're going to go the other leg. So about 15 more seconds. So depending on how much space you have and how deep of a lunge you want to go, depends on where that leg is going to be. So we have about 3 more seconds. So I'm going to take my foot up to that second step, make sure your knee is in line, and I'm going to do my lunge here. We've got 30 seconds. If you need to have a chair for balance, you can definitely do that. I have this nice wall here to hold on to, or you can put your hands on your hip. Keep everything in line. About halfway done. Good. Really squeezing in that glute. Lifting the leg up there. seconds. And last one, coming back up. We're going to do a side plank, and we're just going to hold. So pick whichever chair, or excuse me, not chair, pick whichever step that you want to come out from. You want to make sure that your shoulder is very isolated, that you're not resting into it, so it's really strong and in place. Have about 5 more seconds left. So I'm going to go to about the 4th step up. If you want to go farther down, and we're just going to hold. You want your arm to be as straight out from your shoulder as you can. You don't want it to be under you or towards the midline, because that puts too much strain on your shoulder. Nice long neck. Kind of have the railing right in front of my face, sorry. Holding, make sure you're breathing. Abs are engaged, last second, good. All right, 30-second break. Now we're going to go back to that split lunge, and we're going to switch our legs. Got 20 more seconds to go. You guys are doing really good. If you want to hold that longer, you can definitely do that. So when we get to the other side, if you want to hold it longer, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up. We have about 10 seconds left. Again, use that chair if you need to. I accidentally stopped it. All right. And lift. Good. Knee is going over the top of that ankle. Make sure you're not extending over the toes. We lost a couple seconds there, accidentally pause it. Good. Breathe. Nice solid ankle. About 10 more seconds. And if you need to take longer breaks as the workout goes on, last one, definitely do that because you may need it. So we're going to go back to that side plank on the left side. Catch your breath. And if you want to hold the side plank a little bit longer, definitely do that. 10 more seconds. Go ahead and get set up. All right. Now with your feet, you can have one foot in front of the other. You can have them stacked, whatever is most comfortable for you. Make sure everything is in line, and you're lifted through the rib cage. Don't let your rib cage sag down. So you're lifted through the rib cage. If you want to hold this the full minute, definitely do so. Good time to catch your breath, cool down a little bit. 5 more seconds. And we're done. So again, hold there, or moving on to the next break, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. We are going to do calf raises this time. So on the bottom step, you probably want to have something to hold on to since you are on the steps. You're going to hang your heels off and then lift up from there. So we have about 5 more seconds to go. I'm going to go ahead and get ready. Okay, 30 seconds, and lift, and lift. Make sure you're breathing. My legs are parallel. They're about hip width distance apart. Tall, neutral spine. Make sure you're breathing. Navel's engaged, your core is engaged. Your pelvis is neutral. You don't want to have your pelvis tilted forward and your hips sticking out. About 5 more seconds. And last one. Very good. All right, take your 30-second break. Keep moving my watch depending on what I'm doing next. So the next thing we're going to do is a tricep push-up. So back to the push-up. So this time, instead of your elbows going down into an angle, they're going to be closer in, and your elbows are going to graze the side of your ribs. And then you push up from there, again, keeping everything in line. 10 more seconds. Go ahead and get set up. I'm going to go down a step. And then lift. So my elbows are coming in, brushing the sides of my ribs. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you come down. 10 more seconds. The balls of your feet act as a hinge. Let's do one more. Good. 30-second rest. You are at the halfway point. So we're going to have 10 more minutes left, and then we'll be done. So you guys are doing great. We're going to go back to the legs. We have about 20 more seconds. Catch your breath. So we're going to go back to a step up. This time you're going to bring your knee in and do a knee lift. So again, going from either the bottom step or the next step up. I'm going to do half and half, 4 seconds. Okay, so step, lift your knee down. Switching legs. If you want to pump your arms or punch them, that can give you more workout. So if you want to punch in, you can do that. If you want to lift, this will give you crunch. Lift. Okay, I'm going to go to the next step because I'm about halfway. Up. 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 And do one more. And up. Good, we're at 30 seconds. Rest. Got our last 10 minutes to go. You guys are doing really great. We're going to turn around and we're going to do a supine leg lift from a supine plank. A little bit of tongue twister there. So back to kind of the tricep dip position. We're going to have our arms behind us, chest is open and lifted, triceps are engaged, hips are lifted, and you're going to do alternating leg lifts. All right. And up. And switch. And up. Switch. Keeping everything in line. Make sure you're breathing. And lift. Good. About 10 more seconds. Let's do one more set on each side. And you're done. Next, rest. We're going to go back to the calf raises. So you can either do, because we're going to do this twice, so you can either do one leg at a time and do 30 seconds on this leg and then switch, or you can do inverted and then turn out. So I'm going to do an inverted, about 5 more seconds, so I'm going to come up to that first step. So I'm turning everything in from my hip joint. You can't go down as far and then lifting up from there. That's going to hit different parts of your calves and your legs and your ankles. So slightly turned in, a little bit pigeon-toed, inverted there. Now when you do this, it will tend to turn your hips out, and you want to keep everything still tucked under in neutral. So again, if you want to do one leg here and then 2 exercises from now, do the other leg, or you can stay with this exercise. 2 more seconds. Last lift. All right, take a rest. We're going to go back to the side plank, and we're going to do a bear hug or thread the needle, depending on which way you've heard it. Catch your breath, about 15 more seconds. It's a very warm and muggy day today. 10 more seconds. All right, 5 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and get set up with my side plank. Arm is going to come up, and then I'm going to wrap it around like I'm threading a needle or I'm giving myself a hug. So wrapping it around, you want to make sure you're really strong in that supporting arm. You're not collapsing into it. Exhale as you come around, inhale as you come up. So this is a nice core workout. 10 more seconds. Got to make sure you're breathing. Up. Don't collapse in your rib cage. Don't collapse in your shoulders. And last one. Very good. And if you want to keep going from there, if you want to do a longer plank there, definitely do so, or take your break now. We're going to go back to the calf raises. So if you did one leg before, you're going to do the other leg this time. Or if you did inverted, now we're going to turn out. So you're going to turn out from your hips. About 10 more seconds. I'm going to get on that bottom step. So again, you're not going down as far as you would if you were doing a parallel lift. 4 more seconds. My legs are turned out. Everything is neutral. And lift up. Lift up. Make sure everything is tracking in the correct position. So turn out from your hips. Your knees are in line with your feet. Everything is in line. In this, be very careful that you're not rolling out. You don't want your pinky toes or the balls of your feet hanging off the step. So you want to be nice and planted. If you have weak ankles, I would avoid this exercise because I don't want you to roll your ankle. About 5 more seconds. Make sure you're breathing. Last one, and we're done. Going back to the side plank, we're going to do the other side. Again, make sure that you're not collapsing down your rib cage. Everything is nice and strong. How about 15 more seconds? Catch your breath. I know I've said that over and over again, but it's very important to remember to breathe. A lot of times when we're doing cardio, people tend to hold their breath. You want to keep breathing. Get set up. All right, reach up and hug in. Reach up. And you need to adjust as necessary. Exhale. Nice, strong back. Strong shoulder. Make sure you're isolating that shoulder. Don't let it collapse down. 10 more seconds. Okay, good job. Again, either stay there or take your rest. Your rest. Totally said the wrong thing there. 20 more seconds. We're going to go back up to a step up. We're going to do a parallel back leg lift. So again, I'm going to do half on the bottom step, and then I'm going to do half coming up to the second step. 5 more seconds. You ready? And step up and lift that back leg. So try to keep your leg parallel instead of turning it out. So the toe is down, the heel is up. If you want to use those arms, you can push them back. That'll work the triceps and the shoulders. Okay, I'm going to go up to the next step. We got about 10 seconds left. Up. You always slow down a little bit when you're here. Got it. One more each side. Very good. Guys, we're on the home stretch. We are almost done. 3 more exercises to go. We're going to do the downward dog push-up. So probably from the second or third step up, you're going to have your feet kind of wide. Like if you were on a mat, a Pilates mat or yoga mat, you want your feet about that wide. And we're going to come down about 5 seconds. I'll try to get set up. So feet are wide, hands are wide. You want to tilt from the hips and have your head in line. We're going to do the push-ups from here. So pushing down and up. Seat is lifted towards the ceiling. The hinge is from your hips, and the pivot point is at the balls of your feet to go down. Exhale as you come up. Very good, guys. About 5 seconds left. And last one. 2 more exercises. Catch your breath. We're going to go back to the legs. Step up with an attitude lift. That's going to work the outer seat. So your leg is turned out. When you step up, you want to have your feet slightly turned out from the hip. Pretend you're wrapping it around a tree. 5 more seconds. And let's go. So step up, lift, and down, and lift, and up. So think about lifting with your knee instead of your foot. Because if you lift your foot, it's just going to go here. And you don't want that. You want to work the outer seat. So think about right here, I'm going to lift with my knee to the side. Lift with my knee. About halfway down. Lift. And lift. Everything in line. Abs are engaged. Last 2. And we have a break. Guys, we're almost there. We have 1 more exercise to do. We're going to do a regular plank. If you want to do the 30 seconds, or if you want to finish out the 20 minutes with a minute-long plank, completely do that. Again, the farther down you are in the steps, if you have more space than I do, then that's going to give you a stronger and a greater workout and engage that core. 5 more seconds. Legs are back. Head is in line. And let's do this. Last one. Everything is in line. Bring your head all the way through your heels. Nice long line. Shoulders are open. I'm not collapsing in my shoulders. Shoulder blades are wide and down. Core is engaged. Make sure you're breathing. And we are at the 30-second mark, so you can stop there. Or if you want to finish out that minute, keep holding here. So this was a 20-minute interval workout. If you want to repeat it, I also have a 10-minute interval workout. A little bit different mix. 10 more seconds, guys. Make sure you're breathing. You guys worked hard today. 5 more seconds. Hold that belly button in. And you're done. Good job, you guys. Check in with me next time. Thank you for working out with me.